presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Phil in Puerto Rico. Hey, Phil, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, doing great. Just wanted to thank you guys and the whole crew. Best content on the internet. Really appreciate everything you guys are doing.
We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Phil, how did you find us?
I just typed in live trading in YouTube one morning.
Cool.
I was looking for any type of live trading room. You guys came up, and
awesome.
I know quality when I see it, or at least I like to think so. And I mean, you guys are just a dream. I appreciate everything you guys do.
Welcome to the Tiger family. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us.
My pleasure.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day in the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Create the perfect relationship between you and your body. Treat your body with all love, honor, gratitude, and respect. When you make it a goal to adore your body and accept yourself completely, you'll learn to have the perfect relationship with anyone else you are with. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 445, NASDAQ off 193, S&P's off 63. Gold contract down up $15.70, trading at $18.34 an ounce. We have silver off 4 cents, $20.11 an ounce. Light sweet crude down $1.06, $75.60 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note up 18 ticks, trading 111.16. The 30-year up 14 at 125.25. And King Dollar. King Dollar's down 360 ticks, trading 105.298. The euro is at 105, the yen's at 136, and the British pound is at 119 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, bottom line, folks, is that we're going to be going after this B point of a potential ABC structure on the way down. Right now, you are down $6.30. We're at 392.56, and this is going to be really strange, man. Let me look at this, man. It just very well might go after it, and I suspect we're going to get the volume. Yeah, it's going to go after it, man. We're getting too close. Okay, here, let me get the futures up. This is wild. Okay, so, let's see. Yeah, it's a straight line move, man. We're going to go after it. So we'll see what ends up happening. We'll see if we get the volume on inside of the SPY, and it'll be a close call, but I think you can get it, particularly because when you're breaking lows. What do we need? You need 17 million from now, but we just did 3 million from the point of me doing the update to just now, so it can get it. That's the bottom line. We go to the gold contract. We take a look at the gold contract out here. What we have inside the gold contract is that, we came down hard, 245,000 contracts. You're bouncing with 194, which is not bad, by the way. Okay, that's not bad. There's no doubt. We'll see what kind of follow through we get through. Now, this is a confirmed ABC structure down already, and then there's another B point that it just missed going after yesterday. So we'll see how that baby shakes out. We go into the dollar, because it's the dollar bottom line. Now, what we're seeing out here today is that you have a down market, the dollar is down. You can imagine what it would be up. Now, the dollar's just backing down just a bit. So, bottom line, lower prices coming at us. And yesterday, folks, when I finished the show, one of the Tigers put up the regional banks inside the Tiger's Den, and I was showing that when I finished the show, it was an ABC structure down. Well, you talk about getting smoked. It was an ABC structure down, all right. This baby. So here's where you took out the B point yesterday. Whoops, there we go. Okay, so you took out the B point yesterday. The B point first off on this was 59.05. And it needed 10 million shares. Well, we took it out yesterday with 13 million. And today, all the financials imploded, folks. I mean, in a monster way. You're talking about it. Doesn't matter. We'll go through, in fact, one of the first calls is talking about banks. We'll go through the aspect, but the first thing that we all should actually look at, forget the regional banks, check out the large banks, okay? This just spooked them all, okay? JP Morgan's down $7. Volume explodes outside. It's been in a consolidation. This thing wants a lower price. In fact, if JP Morgan wants lower price, they're all going lower. Let's take this and we'll put this on put this on a 10-year monthly and see where we're at. Okay, so from the last high to where we were, it did almost a 0.6 way. It didn't get it. So I suspect what we have now is that now you know, bottom line, you're going to go right back to the lows that were generated out here in October. And those lows, that's 101. Let's go to Garrow and Newport Beach. Hey, Garrow, what's going on, brother?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Good, thank you. Thank you for asking. So, Brian, I need your idea regarding SIVB. It's a financial group. I want to know that when is going to be the next support. I shorted at $140 today, and still I'm in the short. I want to know that where do you think that's going to be the next support?
Okay, so let's take a look at this. The high for the year, this is Silicon Valley Bank, folks. That's what this is. This is the holding company for Silicon Valley Bank. The high is $597 for the year. The low is $100. This has been no doubt a straight line move down. As Garrow said, it opened this morning at $176. It's off $165. And what's going on here, folks, is this. So you get a couple different things going on with Silicon Valley Bank. They're coming out with, they need capital. That's the bottom line. When you cut through all the chase, they need capital, and they need monster capital, and they're going to come out with it. And meaning come out with paper in an extraordinary way. Okay, so you blew through 137. The next leg there is somewhere about 92, 93. You know, so, you know, what we don't know, Garrow, is that what is the price they're going to come out with the paper. And what this has to do with, folks, okay, this has to do with bottom line. Now, you normally don't see banks implode like this, okay? This is an aspect. I suspect they need cash, and they need cash because what has happened here is that you have a mark-to-market on the securities that they're holding, and more than likely, this is the big tech bank, okay? They probably have securities that they've taken in kind versus the aspect of even getting fees. They had a mark to mark them. They more than likely have bonds on their books that what ends up happening with them, they're going to mark them to market. You know, Garrow, I just keep bringing your stop down, man. That's the bottom line. Don't, you know, you shot, you're going to buy it back. That's it.
I see. You don't think it's going to go to $80? That happened in 2020?
I don't know. Listen, man, you know, you're down $100 and something today, so, yeah.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thanks
man.
so much.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. And, you know, we'll see whether that's the one that, more than likely, that's the one that just slammed everything else, too, folks, okay? But what it showed is that, as the Tigers are saying, when the tide goes out, you find out who doesn't have a bathing suit on.
Currencies, commodities, and bond markets are as important as ever right now with how they're driving the volatility in equity markets across the globe, which is why it's a great time to try out Teddy Kegstad's Tiger Forex Report. Teddy Kegstad breaks down the Forex markets every Monday using his 30-plus years of experience as a trading veteran of futures, Forex, stocks, and options. Teddy releases his weekly Tiger Forex Report every Monday morning with coverage of all the major currency pairs, including the dollar index, the euro dollar, pound dollar, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, as well as many more, and he also has weekly coverage of the crude oil market and the 30-year T-bonds, as they both influence Forex markets tremendously. When you sign up for the Tiger Forex Report, you also gain instant access to Teddy's 60-minute webinar archive he just hosted, Forex Strategies and Fundamentals, What is Behind the Tiger Forex Report. For all the details and to start your 30-day Tiger Forex Report subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the markets open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN. Educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com. Educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 500, Nasdaq's off 217, S&Ps are off 70, and we're going to have a confirmed ABC structure down, folks. Here, and here it is. I got it drawn up for you. So here's the SPY. Bottom line, your A point out here is established at 414.06. Your B point is down at this 292.33. We just blew by this like nothing. And this, it gives you a price projection, folks, of a 384.44. Now, what's really cool about this, you're going into a jobs number, and, we'll see if we do get the volume. It might take us, going to get the volume easy. We've already done 72 million. When I started the program, this baby was at 60 million. So it looks to me like you're going to get it. You're going to get it in spades. And where the price projection here is down, right above the last swing low. And then the last swing low actually does have volume down there. You can see that high volume. Oh, you want to see, so that's my take. You want to see something wild, folks, and this is consistent. And, the way you can use this, and, you should use this, is if you have a portfolio, when you have a high volume low, bottom line, you better make sure that when that turns, they always turn at some point, folks, you better make sure that you understand what a high volume low is, because this one is just a total mind blow. When I heard Tommy and Kevin Hincks talking about GE this morning, it's just like, wow, man, okay. Now, when you take a look at GE, if you want to see something that's just wild, man, okay, so first I'll put it up in a quarterly. You can see that, GE is trading at 92, but the high of GE happened to be 363. Now I'll bring this closer for you, and you can see the aspect of what it did. Well, you had the high volume low right from 2007. So check this out. This is what's the mind blow about this whole thing. You had the high volume low at $34.37. $34.37 in 2007. You go all the way up to 198, okay? And now you can see the bottom line is that, it's a run. Like, you never know when to get out, right? And so you don't have to worry about it there. What you have to worry about as soon as it turns, folks. When it turns, well, bottom line, it came all the way back. It's hard to comprehend, actually. It tested it. It went to 34.22, and that high volume low was 34.44. I had to bring it up because I've seen this so many times. I mean, it's just, I'd love to know how, you know, how does it know it's down there, right? You know, yeah, this market's blown apart. So maybe someone already has the number. But the S&Ps just went down an additional 20 points here. So let's go look at this, baby. They're throwing everything at it again. This has just been a straight line move, yeah. So bottom line is that you're going to have the break. You're going to have the volume on the break. Oh, now we get the, yeah. So the futures are breaking. Let's see what I'm sure the Qs are breaking too, but I'm curious as to the, if the Qs ever make it down. So the B point on the Qs is 298. No, 290. No. I got to get better glasses here, man. It's a long way away. What is that number, man? Oh, I can't see it. Anyway, we're a bit away from it. That's the real bottom line. We go take a look at some of the high. Well, here, let's go first inside the NDX 100 and take a look at the strength versus the weakness inside the NDX. So you only have two stocks that are in the positive in NDX. You got Constellation Brands is up 1%, and Intel's up a fraction of a percent. Taken away from it, JD's down 12%. You got Pinduoduo off 7.5%. Netflix is off 5.5%. Marvell Technology is off 5.5%. We go into the Dow Industrials, taking a look at the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow. You got JP Morgan. Well, here, point-wise, JP Morgan's the mover inside the Dow out here today. You have JP Morgan putting minus 56 points, Caterpillar 52, Goldman 49, United Health 45. So let's go into the XLF and try to figure out and see what does happen here. This is, you know, if you've been involved in downdrafts before, folks, what tends to happen is this, is that the banking structure tends to go last on the implosion. But when it goes, it implodes like an accelerated way. So this very well could be the beginning of it. And what you have out here today, there's no doubt they're getting whacked. The last swing point, like if we're taking a look at the XLF, is $33.19. And you need 37 million shares to get a break. Well, we got 78 million shares, folks, okay, coming into it. That is like smoking. So let's go to UBS and take a look at UBS out here. Yeah. This is telling me that the market thinks that the banks, probably because of the Silicon National Bank, more than likely there's a lot of things inside of those portfolios right now that we actually don't know that are in there. So we're going to go back to Silicon National Bank for a second because I want to pull this up for you so we can see. I read this morning, or last night, actually, because they came out with this last night after the close about how they're going to basically try to recapitalize the bank. But last night, okay, the thing that's amazing, they had it down not as much as it was down now, meaning they're going to send more paper out. Come on, where is it? Yeah, there's too many things that come out today. 1 second. Let's see. Well, I got to find that during a break. But the bottom line is that it's a monster problem. I mean, that's and then you have the Silvergate is out of business. That's the bottom line. That went out of business last night. Now it's going to be trading. Let's say this was the crypto bank. It's hard to believe it's even trading at $3 because it's going to be worth nothing. So they come out last night saying they are liquidating. That's the real bottom line. It's hard to comprehend why people even buy it, but that happens all the time. But it seems to me that, we've been battlers forever, that it's amazing that when an equity implodes, even when they're going to go bankrupt, it's still trading. So it's like, this is crazy, man, because I don't think a lot of folks really get to understand that the equity's worth nothing. That's the bottom line. So we'll see where it shakes out. Now, let's go over to the 10-year and take a look at this 10-year, because what you have out here today is that now you have a 10-year that's bouncing, and, yeah, look at this. It's a joke. 1.6 million contracts. Yep. We've been going down on 2.7, 2.6 million contracts. You get a bounce, that's no big deal. It's just not, you're going into even 3. Look at that. That's interesting. It's going into 3.1 million contracts right now. That's about as intense as you can get. So we could be in another phase right now of this downdraft, folks, particularly if there's other banks that are hiding things. And the Silicon National Bank, I believe, where they got nailed in a monster way is the aspect that more than likely inside of their books, they probably had plenty of equity on companies that bottom line to do business with, and they had a mark to market that. That brought down the capital in a huge way. I know they had plenty of bonds, but they're going to mark those down every month, Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. 877-927-6648. So we had a question on the KRE. We got a couple targets that are into it. So what you just finished an ABC structure down. So the A to B equals C to D is 54.61. Now, let's bring this back. Now, that's only a 1-to-1, too. Okay, so that's a whole different ballgame. You get a 1-to-1 versus, I suspect there's a whole different ballgame that's happening here. But let's put this back. Okay, so now you get a break. Oh, look at this. Oh, baby. Oh, my God. Guess what? Oh, boy, Frank. In the money, honey. Here we go. Look at this. This is a monster ABC down with a consolidation. Oh, this is sick. Folks, so what you have here, you hear me a million times talking about building cause, okay? Cause is so dangerous on the way down, folks. It's amazing. So what you have here is this. So watch this. Man, this is a classic. This is crazy, actually, but this is what happens. So first off, from the first leg down, going all the way back to January of 22, right? That's your first leg down. It did a 50% retracement. Okay, I got to get rid of this thing now so you can see it. Ghost it. Ghost that. Okay, good. Then let's do this ABC down. You get a monster ABC down, man. And you have an ABC down after the consolidation, which is much more powerful. 78.61. The reason it's more powerful, that's what building cause does, folks, okay? It can get a lot of people involved in the equities, you know, and that's a minus 56.58. So it's a 22 A to B. The C is 68.83. 68.83. 46.60, man. 46.60's coming at you. What's over here? That's 57. Is 43. Oh, look at this. This is sick. Okay, here we go. Look at this. You see that 46? It's down here. But see that bar, too? We're going south, man. We are going south. The banks do that. That's pretty intense. Let me see this now. Okay, I want to bring this back just a little bit more. Okay, so I get that on a weekly. Now I'm going to put this on a monthly. I see. Wow. 46. Okay, so this is going to get dangerous now. Watch what happens here. You know, I've been talking about this part for like so long, it's sick. So the banks are going to go after the highs of the lows that were generated out here in 2020. Right there. So that's giving all that up because it's already back in the lower range. You know, if it busts too much into the, well, it's saying, so if the ABC structure, folks, gets fulfilled on the way down, what ends up happening is that it will go 4 points under that high volume bar. If we go 4 points under that high volume bar, your probability goes much bigger because the bar itself, folks, is a bar that's 23 points long. It goes from, maybe it's only, that's 27, yeah, it's 27. It's 23 points long. So if you go 4 under, you know, it could go all the way, well, we start with 6 or 7 under, it'll go to the bottom of the bar. It's pretty intense, man. And if that's where we're going, that is saying that there's going to be not only just markdowns, there's going to be quite a bit of money that's lost inside the banking structure. The thing that's so wild about the banking structure, folks, is this, is that if you remember, when the interest rates were going up, everyone really, you know, bottom line analysts say, oh, the banks are going to make more money because of the fact that you had the spread inside the interest rate, right? That's normal economics 101, right? The differential, however, is that when you go back, you know, if we were talking 20 years ago, yeah, that's there. There are so many other institutions that are not full-blown banks that, you know, have CDs, that have interest rate structures. There's probably at least 3 or 4 generations that haven't seen the aspect of you can get treasuries at a price. Look at this. So here's the 2-year treasury, 4.8% on a 2-year treasury. Okay, you go 5-year. I wouldn't go a 5-year for 4%, but you know, 2-year treasury. You know, you get yourself out of the market, and that's going to make. That has made a difference, will make a difference. What's making a difference on their balance sheets has to do with the mark-to-market, you know, because what ends up happening, now this is convoluted. It's not really, well, it is convoluted, okay, because what ends up happening is this, that here's your deposit on one side, right? Then on the other side, if you put treasuries on the other side, you know, which they can get dollars on, but what has happened as they're getting dollars on the treasuries for the percentage, they're losing in the principal. Now, if they hold the treasuries till they expire, no big deal, okay? Because they're going to get all their money back, and that recapitalizes the bank. What happens to Silicon Valley, they couldn't because their capital base went down so far. So I know I'd read this article this morning. They just what they're selling, they're losing $180 million on what they're selling, out. Yeah, okay? So what's on the bank's balance sheet and what is the correlation to it is a big deal. That's the reality. So we'll see what else is out here. But that's certainly, let's go over to the S&P again. I want to see this thing, man, because this is the type of moves that we just had since I've been on the air. Those are the moves, folks, of extraordinary downdrafts. When you go one way and you don't get any relief, it's a big deal. What you want to do if you're trading, so if you're trading intraday and you get trends like this, folks, one of the best things that you can do is that instead of closing a position if you're short, right, you just put a trailing stop in and let the market take you out. Because when you have something like this, you never know when it's going to stop, man. And, you know, we've all done it a million times. I've done it a million times, so I haven't done it in a long time because I've traded like this since the crash of 2007. Because what ended up happening there, if not keeping the stops in, to put a trailing stop was awesome. But this is the first time I've actually seen this type of action, like right here, almost since then. That it is that type of acceleration, because that's how the markets, when they're going to get smoked, that's how they really get smoked. What happens is that you get down, you build cause, you get down, and it just doesn't stop. You know, because it hits an inflection point. You never know where the inflection point is, by the way. That's you just don't. But that's my point about putting the trailing stop in. Because the trailing stop, you know, and I understand if you don't want to do that, because the other side of that, what ends up happening, so here's the other side of it. The other side of that is that you're putting a trailing stop in, and it's like, okay, if, let's say you're at a point of 10, and, you know, you say, okay, if I get out right here, though, that's really good because I put the trailing stop in and I say it's 2 points higher. Well, in the S&Ps, that's a lot of money. So I get it. But when you can get a trend like this, forget it, man. You're in heaven. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. A prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off to 462. You get the Nasdaq off 206. Nasdaq, S&Ps are off 63. Let's see what we're going to be doing volume-wise here. So on the NYSE, 583. We're going to blow away yesterday, that's for sure. Yesterday was only 835. This will do about 950. The composite, yeah, this will be interesting, man. The composite's only a 4.1 right now. Let me look at this composite for a second. So we take a look at this composite. Okay, you haven't broke. What day is that? Well, you come into the swing point from the second. If we go to the second and take a look at the second, I see. Okay, 5.3. We'll do 5.3. So what's happening here, and I'll give you the update, after we get the 4 o'clock update, but 5.3 is a doable. So your swing point is 5.3. You're coming into it. It looks like it's 4.2 right, 4.187 right now, but it looks like the aspect that it actually could get in there with the juice. We know the S&P that accelerated. The juice on that accelerated. Look at this. You talk about acceleration, man. That we needed 85 million, and we already got 86 million. That accelerated a big way, and we just had that last downdraft. That's how that shook out. And if we take a look here, and this is where it gets interesting, if you can get a intraday ABC going. So you really don't have because we just wanted a one-way route, you really don't have an intraday going here, So let's go to a couple of the bigger dogs here. Let's take a look at Amazon, see what we have with Amazon right now. Okay, so see, Amazon's, as we get through this downdraft, folks, Amazon's should be on your, radar here. Amazon's only down $1.40. If we take a look at this, my take is that the buy is not going to be for months, folks. Okay, but when you have stocks that are going down this slow, that's a good sit-up. Like Amazon, yeah, that can retest probably 75, 73, somewhere in there. The last swing point is 81. You're dealing with the aspect of where we were in the downdraft of right before COVID lows. That's what you're dealing with. Google, go over to Google. We take a look at Google. Google can get down to its lowest swing. That lowest swing in Google is 83. And Microsoft, Microsoft has been the strongest NDX stock. That's only down $1.26. We go to Apple. Apple had quite a run, from its bottom. There's no doubt about that. It's pulling off just slightly. Yeah, so we'll see how it shakes out. But I can tell you that the aspect of just how these banks are running. Oh, let's go to the oil market, man. See what's going on with oil. So oil. Active contract in oil. Yeah, you're down at 320,000 contracts. We go to the XLE. That's light volume. So it's the XLE is going to the bottom of consolidation. You do not want to see that bottom of the consolidation get blown away. If we're going after the larger ABC now, folks, okay, it doesn't matter what equity you have out there, it's going down. You know, that's how these things go. Because what normally happens is this, is that so picture what has happened. And so I'm bringing you on a different trip here, meaning in the aspect of time. And what happens is that, you know, you had the lows of October that came in, right? Then what ends up happening, the market goes up, market looks pretty good. Consolidated a bit, like, okay, you know, there we go, we do something. That is all the whole building cause. And what happens, unfortunately, it gets a huge amount of people into the market again, gets them loaded up again, and then all of a sudden what ends up happening, you get the downdraft, that accelerates things. And the reason it accelerates them on the second leg down is because everyone's already had the first leg down, and all that really ended up happening is that they got used to their portfolios being down. And then they say, okay, I better get back in. I get it back in. I'm losing this, I'm losing this, I'm losing this, meaning, you know, fear of losing out. They were not losing more. They were fear of losing out as the market's going up. Then all of a sudden, it, you know, goes down like an elevator instead of the escalator going up. And then all of a sudden, it replays again. And, you know, as I said a little bit earlier, the differential, one of the differentials in this type of market is the aspect which we didn't have, you know, we haven't had this type of differential, meaning that you don't have to be in the market to make basically 5% a year. You don't. You know, bottom line, you can, you know, you can be in bond, you can be in treasuries. So, you know, I suspect people are picking that out. That's how it comes down. Let's go take a look at the GDX. Okay, so the GDX was also on the verge of breaking the B point. Didn't do it though, and this is interesting. So now it's pushing on it. Okay, so this is sneaky. Wow. So the GDX is not going to have the volume today, but it's breaking the B point. I mean, unless they throw 3.5 million in 12 minutes, which the GDX doesn't. Yeah. Now the IWM, whole different ballgame. You know, the Russell, this baby, you know, got taken apart. The IWM right now is down $5. You're trading 181. Let's put this on a weekly and see where this baby's setting up. Yeah, so this is setting up for the lows again. Well, your lowest swing point. So it's eating into the volumes. Yeah, eating into the volume bars. So, I mean, you're talking about 170. The thing that's going to be really wild, I can't wait to hear the aspect, gold's in an ABC down. Yeah, if you're asking about gold, gold's an ABC down. Still an ABC down. You know, if we bring it up, well, let's bring up the GLD. You're probably going to be able to see inside the GLD with the volumes a lot cleaner. So here it is. See, watch. You came down on Tuesday with 8.7 million. You're up with 4.9. Gold's going to come down. The GLD is going to come down somewhere over here, 160 or 170 right now. My take is that all of these commodities, equities, bonds, they're all going to be bottoming at the same time. And it's going to have to do about the dollar. I suspect the way that we're actually trading, we're talking about the dollar. The dollar's probably going to go to 109. You know, I've been at the aspect for the 106 to 107 for a long time. And, you know, it's like, okay, you know, maybe they can stop there, but when you actually look at this, the most deviant thing it could do is do a 0.618 retracement of the whole move, and that ends up being that 109.478, and it wouldn't be that hard to get there because you can see this bottom, how much you built up cause. You've been building cause for a long time. Now, if that's what we get, it'll be a really cool buy because you're going to have so many different things that you can look at. Has the dollar basically done the 618? Has the bonds, gone through the roof, meaning, but gone down on price? Has the S&P finished its ABC structure on the way down? Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow. Dow's off 474, Nasdaq's off 207, S&P's off 65. And, for you folks that are trend followers out here, you don't see this too often, man. That the S&P breaks the 50, 100, and 200 in the same day. And that's what we have right here. What you have here, the 50 was set up at 297. 397, you blew through that. The 100 is at 291.50. So we went to 290. We're over that right now. And then the 200 is at 292, 123. Bottom line, you're at 292, 460. But you actually don't see that too often. So we'll see where this whole thing shakes out. But we have an ABC down. You're blowing away the B point. You have volume. You're at 93 million right now. We'll do 103, 110 million, something like that. And then you get jobs numbers in the morning. So what we're not going to have is that you don't have a rejection of lower price. You don't have lighter volume. That is saying that you are pounding a swing on a Friday with volume. And I suspect we're going to get an ABC structure down. That'll take you to the next leg. And the next leg is going to be, we'll put this back over here so you can kind of see this. That next leg is down at the, when we're talking about the SPY, we're talking about 374.37. That's how this thing's laid out right now. And granted, there's going to be a lot more numbers coming in, but bottom line, inflation's not going away. If they're going to stick to, you're going to see these aspects of these interest rates. And then what we don't know is that we don't know what's behind the curtain in a lot of these companies. That's the real bottom line. We got a taste of it this morning. Could you imagine if you own the Silicon Bank? Oh, my God. I mean, I don't think anyone is buying a bank to basically get a 45% haircut in one day. And, prior to this, the Silicon Bank, it's not like it's a, hit and miss bank. Always remember, folks, the bear can claw your heart out, the bull can run you over, and thank God there's always another trade. Health, happiness, and prosperity. Have a great night. Have a safe night. Come visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 o'clock. Those job numbers are going to be out at 8:30. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.
Building